Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's a good day to have a good day. I think I used to read that from somewhere. It's a good day to have a very good day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've decided that in 2022, my channel is only going to be about positivity and just to share value to my subscribers. And I want to not just focus on YouTube alone, but I want to bring it over to like Facebook and other places. I want my platform to be about sharing value. I am passionate about women. I just want women to live their best lives. That is just it for me.
Very important.
And that is the reason why I have started this series. So I'm excited. This is the first episode in this series. I am with guest. If you've seen my poster, you already know. And my guest, popularly known as Sisi Me on Facebook, and she's the CEO of Sisi Bella Organics, and she's into poetry, and she's into training people how to become good social media marketers or something towards that line, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to focus on the topic, which is how women can get their groove back after childbirth. Now, I'm not going to say that I know what it is about because I'm not married and I don't have a kid. I don't know what it is about. That is the reason why I have experts to share her knowledge with not just me, but you as well. So please, Sisi Me, introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you, Amara, for this awesome and amazing opportunity. Yes, I'm Sisi Me. That's my nickname, basically. But I'm the CEO, owner of Sisi Bella Organic Solutions. What we do basically is to provide weight loss, health, skincare solutions for a wide variety of Nigerians, Africans, or let me just say the world, because the world we know, as you know, as we can see, people need solutions. People have issues with their weight, with their health, and we are coming with alternative medicine. That is a natural approach to helping people solve their problems and achieving the kind of results that they want when it pertains to weight loss, health, skincare, hair care, basically the body. Yes, so thank you. Let me not talk too much. I'll wait for you to.
Okay, so I'm going to start this way. I've always been somebody who has, like, how do I start this? I've always wanted to have a kid. Like right now, I am having serious baby fever. I also have friends at the moment. And when I have conversation with these are ladies that, you know, they are beautiful, they have everything going for them. And then they read things, postpartum depression, how you feel inside a body you've known all your life. You know, it's said, because I haven't experienced, it is said that when a woman births, it seems like as if she's starting a new life. She doesn't know who this person is.
Obviously.
So now the question here is, as someone who is a mom, how was it for you, based on your own experience? How was it for you, you know, those first few weeks after childbirth?
Yes. For me, after childbirth, I would say I had it easy. Maybe because I had a very strong support system with me. But that didn't mean that I still did not experience postpartum depression. In fact, I didn't even know what it was, but I just knew that something was wrong. You know, postpartum depression can come in different form. It can come in the form of you not wanting to touch your baby. It can come in the form of you not wanting to even, you know, talk to anybody because you just want to be in the world of your own. It can stem from, you know, the body changes. You notice that your body will change. There's no how you carry a baby that your body would not change. In terms of your color will change, your skin will change, your body would expand. You know, so these are the issues a lot of women go through because of childbirth. Yeah, so in my case, I experienced body changes. My body expanded, most definitely, but I had a very strong support system. And there were times that I would not even want to even see my baby. I would not even want to see her. I would not want to carry her. I would not even want to In fact, there was a time it got so bad. In fact, I don't want to say it, but it was really bad, really bad. Like almost, in fact, some women feel suicidal, like harming their children, like harming your baby. Is that bad? So, but I just thank God I had a strong support system around me that didn't allow me to do stupid things because of postpartum depression. Yeah.
So now that is the mental. That is the mental.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
now move physical. You've carried a human. You've not just carried. You've grown a human being in you, and now this human being has come earth side. And what is it like physically?
Carry a child.
Yes. What is it like when the child is out? What is it like?
Okay. When the child is in the womb, it's different for women. But if I'm to speak about my experiences, I would say I really had it easy. Maybe because of being a natural therapist, I knew what to do to ensure that I had an easy and stress-free pregnancy and delivery. For example, when I had nausea and vomiting, whatever, I ensured I never vomited. I took natural stuff that I never vomited. I would not tell people to do that, but I knew my body, so I worked with my body. Then I gave birth on the road. I gave birth on the road. I was standing on the road and I gave birth. That was how I gave birth. In fact, if I knew that was how it was going to happen, I would have just told somebody to please make a video of it so that I'll forever remember it and give it up. But it happened very early in the morning. It was even drizzling and we're walking to the hospital because the car refused to start. So I said, let's keep walking. And while on the road, the hospital was just like a stone throw from where I was. And while I realized the head was already out, I told people around me to go and please knock on the gate of the hospital to bring the stretcher because I couldn't walk again. And my friend, that was a guy beside me, I just told him, see, guy, you have to deliver this baby. He said, no. He started crying because he was even with his glasses and he was drizzling, so he wasn't even seeing well. And I stood, legs apart. The head was already out, and I told him, what, just keep dragging it gently. The experience, how it happened, I do not know, but I knew it was just God that took control. And he dragged the baby's head. It got to the shoulder. When it gets to the shoulder, it can be more painful because the shoulder is wide. And then boom, boom. Immediately it passed the shoulder, everything just came out like that, and he had to quickly catch her. In fact, it was not up to 2 minutes before they got to the gate to go and call the doctors and nurses. Before they came back, I was already carrying my baby. So that was my experience.
Now,
This
is during birth, after birth.
After birth.
Because I've read a lot. See, I don't know. I think I'm just a curious person. So I just want to know. Want to know. I've heard that when you give birth, you can't have sex until after 6 weeks. It seems as if they're puffy, like as if it is airy. Some people say, don't look down there.
Trust me, that it will be really messy because you just brought out a human being. Trust me, that place will not look good. Trust me.
Now, imagine we women, one thing about us is when we talk about our sexuality, like it or not, be you thin or chubby or bigger on the bigger side, it is about our physical appearance. It is about the way we swear hips, the way we package. It is about our body.
Yes.
And imagine a woman going through that. She doesn't feel sexy. She doesn't feel like she's desirable, because in fact, some people said, stay away from me. And this is why men will not complain, oh, my wife gave birth. She doesn't want to give me that. She's not confident. It is not how it used to be. So the main question, which is what we are discussing today, how can women get their groove back? How can they get that place together? Even though it will not be how it was, but how can it be better? Using these natural herbs. We've as a woman who gave birth, we know about the diastasis, recti. We know about how that place is not. So what are the things we can do to make sure that
to get their
back?
Yes,
at least if not it was before, but better than what the reality is on ground.
Yes, beautiful. Now, when a woman gives birth, she's going to be passing out blood because a lot of uterine matter is still coming out. So at the hospital, they'll tell you to have your pads, at least have a good supply of, there are these special pads, that we get them. And then also for women that had tear, I had a bit of tear. So I was stitched. And because I was not used to pain, I've never, if I given my delivery was easy. So I wasn't used to pain. They injected me at the site of the stitching. I was not meant to feel pain. Even as they were sewing it, I wasn't meant to. I was still shouting. So they were like, madam, you don't have any tolerance for pain at all. So after my own case, after the stitch, after I got stitched, I didn't know how to take care properly, to take care of the stitch properly. So the stitch site got infected. And in less than 2 days, I was back to the hospital again for another restitching. And it was painful. It's very painful. And maybe because the kind of people I had around me, they were old women, so they had their orthodox way of doing things. But as a newly born mother, like a woman that just gave birth, ensure that you always they will tell you take warm things. But if you're bleeding excessively, please take cold things, cold water. Now, you're not, why I said this is because I had mild, discharge and bleeding and stuff. So warm things and a bit of alcohol was fine for me. But in case of my friend that was bleeding excessively, even though she went to the hospital, she was, and then they treated her and then she was sent back again. She was still taking warm, hot, pepper soup and those. I said, stop it. I told her to start taking cold things, cold water, cold everything. And then the bleeding reduced because warm liquids can sometimes open up, how would I say it now? Like open up the tissues of the body and then allow, a free flow of matter, of blood. But cold water will close. It will, just like when you apply cold water on your face, it will close your pores. That's what happens to when you are passing out blood or whatever, and you want to stop it. Even in some advanced hospitals outside the country, they do not give warm hot water or hot matter to newly born mothers. They give cold things to mothers. So that is one thing. So you should look at your body, watch, am I bleeding excessively? If you are, please stop any hot whatever they're giving you. Take cold water instead. Then when you are, then that is one aspect. Also, if you have been stitched, you had a tear, they'll tell you, okay, you can't sit well, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like you have to sit on a wooden stool. That is important because if the stitch, if the site of the stitch, if how would I say this now? Like when yes, exactly.
Yes. It will tear part of your skin because it's loose.
Exactly. And if that place does not heal properly, and they'll tell you always close your legs. As a newly born mother, a mother that just gave birth, always close your legs while after childbirth, so that the vagina, the outer part of the vagina can get back to shape. Because if you keep opening your legs, no matter how uncomfortable it is, you will not, once your vagina heals, the shape that you have given it after childbirth is what is still going to continue to be to look like. So if you want to,
I didn't know all of these things.
Yes. So if you want to have a compact vagina, that's the outer look. Please always sit on a wooden stool. No matter how comfortable it is, close your legs together as much as possible. While you're going to urinate, you can try Kegel exercises. Urinate, you stop, urinate, you stop. You're training the walls of the vagina to, restore the elasticity.
Wow.
Yes. And please abstain from sex.
Let's not go too far.
Okay, thank you.
We want to talk about the most important thing. So I was reading. When a lady a woman puts to birth.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Some of during the course of 9 months, they have this weight that they add, which is
Yes.
obviously they are feeding a human inside of them, and
Yes.
then they leave their weight. So something is when they give birth, most of them are like, the next thing is, I want to lose this weight. I don't look myself. Some other people will be like, okay. Some other people will be like, okay, let me, obviously, now I have to feed the kid,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
breastfeeding, I have to
Yes.
eat. So there's no eat that way, you will not gain weight.
Yes.
The next thing, how, okay, your child now, you've weaned your child. It is now time to lose the weight. And we know it is easy to gain, but it is hard to lose.
Yes,
So
harder to lose.
what is the safe way? Safe way for new moms to lose this baby weight, this fat. How can they get themselves back? How can they snap back? Even though I know snapping back can differ. It can be quicker for some people, it can be later for some people, but how can we do this? How can we snap back? New moms.
Yes, okay. Yes. So before I answer that, you mentioned something about some mothers while the baby is still in the womb. Some women give birth to very, let me say, extremely, I don't want to use the word heavy, but extremely overweight babies because of how they ate in pregnancy. So I want to address that, because the way you eat in pregnancy is what will determine your weight and your baby weight, and then what you're going to battle after delivery. So while you're pregnant, I understand. I will not compare, I will not use myself as a standard, but because of my experience, I tried as much as possible not to overeat. If I was craving something, I really didn't have cravings, funny enough. In fact, I was just weird as a pregnant woman, honestly. So, but if I wanted to eat anything that I knew I wanted to just indulge, what I would do was to ensure that I must add fruit to it. Always, while in pregnancy, take fruits. Avoid pineapples because they contain enzymes. Yes.
I love
You might even not like it in pregnancy. When you get pregnant, you might not like it. Some people dislike their favorite food in pregnancy. Some people adopt new fruits in pregnancy. But for me, there was no change. So in pregnancy, you should avoid pineapple, especially in the early stages of pregnancy, because pineapple contains some enzymes, bromelain enzymes, that can induce early miscarriage in a woman, in a newborn woman. Yes, even Zobo. I love Zobo so much. So much. But when I started feeling abdominal pains, my baby was just 4 months or 5 months then, I had to stop it because I knew, and I checked the some of the constituents of Zobo. They help to induce early miscarriage, so I had to stop it. Yeah, I don't know, some people, a friend of mine too that took Zobo in pregnancy, the baby came out really dark. My baby came out really dark too in pregnancy. She did not take my skin. And so for some women, it happens like that. Zobo will make your baby dark. It happened in my case. So yeah, that is, but it may not be the same for everyone, but in my case, I'm sharing my experience. So when you, after delivery, number one, always ensure that you're properly hydrated. Hydration is super important, because if you want to naturally detox your system, you want to, the first step to weight loss, I don't want to use the word weight loss, because as a new mom, you should not be focused on weight loss. You should be focused on proper nutrition for the sake of your baby, because you have to eat well. I have, just like what you said, as a weight loss therapist, a lot of women will come, I just gave birth. Or I'm like, madam, when did you give birth? Just a month ago. I said, madam, please no, come back after 6 months. Let's work on your proper nutrition. Even though I have breastfeeders, tummy tea, I don't sell to newly born mothers, because I want you to focus on your baby's nutrition. So that's number one. Ensure that you're properly hydrated. Hydrate yourself properly. Take water, be it warm or hot or cold. That is the foundation for keeping in shape first. Then secondly, eat more of proteinous foods. Now, why proteinous foods are very important is because it supplies the needed calories you need for yourself and for your baby. Your baby needs the ultimate and maximum nutrition, and proteins give you that. Instead of eating bread, eba, fufu, this local food. Why don't you just take more of protein, beans, milk, eggs, cheese. You have different varieties of beans. You can make momo, you can make akara with pap. Even the pap, you add milk to it. If you want to put fruits, just maybe you can just make like fruit salad and just add to it, but let the main constituent of your diet be 70% protein, 20% carbs, 10% fruits and vegetables. The reason why I say fruits and vegetables is because some children purge when you eat excessive fruits and vegetables. So you make it just 10%. But and now protein even helps you in normal weight loss, because protein contains little amounts of carbs in it and provides enough energy and tissue building while you lose weight naturally without stress. And also breastfeeding also helps you to lose weight. So that way, if you get your diet right and you're breastfeeding, if you're doing what's it called? Exclusive breastfeeding. I've even forgotten. Exclusive breastfeeding for at least 6 months. This will help you to lose weight because your body is replenishing itself with the excess fat is being converted into energy, and then that's what you're using while breastfeeding. So it's super important.
So now the thing is, I have been following you. In fact, I've been following you since when let me say, since when you started your journey. I think youth call in Bayelsa. That's when I've been really all those stories. And then I've seen the evolution of how you have started becoming this authority in weight loss. At least whoever has been following you have seen how you've evolved over the years, right? So now I want you to discuss about your products. A lot of people have various reservations about various things, Some people will be like, don't drink this, don't drink that. In fact, I was watching one. There's this lady that I follow on Instagram. She helps women to close their DR, right? And so she will tell you, don't do crunches, don't do this. And we know the internet, so many information. How will we know it's correct, right? So the thing now is, based on your products, tell us about your products. Tell us what they do. Tell us how it can benefit a new mom, be it in the top area, be it in fat, be it in, down below. Talk to us about your
product. Okay. I'm always very careful when it comes to pregnant women and breastfeeding moms because of the child. So most times I do not, like, for example, we have several weight loss products. I think I have one in my background right now. I decided to use one as my background. Yes. So yes. yes. So the Slimming Green Coffee is not for breastfeeders. It's not for newly moms that just gave birth. No, it's basically for people that don't give birth. It even helps fertility. It's for before you get pregnant and after you are done breastfeeding. That's what the green coffee works for. Now, for new moms, because that's our focus for today's session. Yes, topic. So for new moms, I would say have a meal plan. I have breastfeeders meal plan, which actually I have different kinds of meal plans, ulcer meal plans, pregnant women meal plan, breastfeeders meal plan. Like I would say, work with a meal plan because that is what you need more for optimum nutrition for your child. It's like you have to sacrifice at least 8 months to 1 year of your life, of your shape, of your body for your child. So that is just it. You want to have a child, you're having a baby fever. Don't worry. When the baby comes, you realize you've already spent 9 months for the child. They now add an extra 9 months or 1 year again. That's almost 2 years.
Personally, I don't think I'll be too worried. I've been skinny all my life, so it would be nice to see how when I'm fat.
When you're fat, yeah, that's true. Yes, in fact, you didn't really even change at all from secondary school. I thought you didn't change. I was like, wow, yeah. So basically, that's just it. For a mom, a newly birthed mom, a mom that just gave birth, please do not take anything. You just gave birth. Please, yes, please do not. Instead,
So now,
work with a meal plan.
okay, so if I can just summarize what you said now,
Yes.
a new mom who is still breastfeeding shouldn't
Yes.
take anything. She should
Yes.
focus on a plan that is, based on nutrition, protein.
Low calorie plan with high nutritional benefits.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you've dedicated that 1 year to, giving your kid sufficient nutrients,
Yes.
or when you've from breast milk,
yes,
for like things to
exactly.
Okay, so anything for that, aside the one of sitting down on a chair and close, you make people. How safe is Unipearl? Anything about it? Okay, but we can't see you.
I'm sorry, I needed to turn off the TV. It was interfering. Yes.
Okay. So you were saying Unipearls?
Yes. So it's basically like a group of herbs that help to fight infection, tied together, and then you insert, and then when it probably attracts all the infections and what have you, the yeast and stuff, and then you discard and this thing. But I'm not saying it's not effective, just I'm always careful about inserting anything into the vagina.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm not even a fan of tampons. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love tampons, but anything insertion, no please, no please. Now, what ways can we, like you said, what ways can we like help to keep that the vaginal area as healthy and in shape as it's supposed to be? Number one, like I said, try Kegel exercises. Kegel exercises help you a lot. It helps to strengthen the pelvic muscles, the pelvic wall. It helps you to also get your elasticity back in no time. And you can just do 20 minutes of Kegel exercises by itself, and then you're good to go over time. It's not instantaneous, but it works over time. That is a number one tip. Then number two, secondly, take beneficial fruits that help the natural vaginal flora of the woman, like Greek yogurt, pineapples, watermelon, apples. You can even make
bed.
Sorry?
You can take pineapples after you put to bed.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. After you put to bed, not during pregnancy. Yes, you can. Especially early stages of pregnancy, no. But after you put to bed, yes. So it helps you to, keep that place, the normal flora. You don't have too much, you don't have an overgrowth of yeast, or you understand, like the environment is just okay and conducive and very hygienic. And Greek yogurt is very good. Yes, the balance, yes, yeah. And Greek yogurt is very good. It's a natural probiotic to help the normal vaginal flora and keep the healthy bacteria in and unhealthy bacteria out. Yes. But if somebody has a very strong infection, please go and see your doctor. Go and see your doctor.
At the end of the day, if you find out has passed your power.
Yes, go. Yes. And then let me just say something again. When it comes to sex, please do not, I'll tell women, some women, I don't know, it depends on the kind of the husband you marry. You do not rush to have sex just because you feel, okay, you are healed down there. What will shock you is that the vagina has expanded to bring out a human being. It needs enough time to regain itself and come back and close back. So, but if in the process of healing, you feel, oh, I'm fine, you go and start having sex, and then you keep expanding. Now, it will get to a point where the vaginal walls will be loose, meaning that the elasticity will reduce by at least half, by 50%. So now that's why you have a lot of people trying to buy this, to buy that vaginal tighteners. The vagina has the ability to expand and contract at any point in time, no matter the number of children that you have, but give it time to heal itself, to do its work. And I would advocate between 3 months to 6 months.
No,
3
not
months.
even 6. Okay, 6 weeks is 6 weeks is 1 month and now.
No, 3 months and 6 months. That's what I said. 3 months and 6 months.
I understand it. No sex between 3 to 6 months.
Yes.
They will fight you.
Hey, God. Are they the ones carrying a baby? I'm talking about, I have customers that they usually tell me, oh, I want to expand this. And then when I ask them questions, they're guilty of this thing. Because our childbirth process is not the same.
I want this to be clear. Because see,
Okay.
I watch so many YouTube videos for new moms. In fact, I've watched birth vlogs, and they say, doctor said 6 weeks. 6 weeks is a month and 2 weeks. So a month and 2 weeks is not okay.
That has a tear and a stitch, trust me, some stitches do not heal in 2 months. My own stitch did not heal till after 2 months. When I mean it did not heal, I mean I stopped feeling pain till after 2 months. Do you understand? So now imagine a woman that gave birth to a very big baby, and the head of the baby is even bigger than my head. Just imagine. And then she now has a tear. I'm just exaggerating. And then she now has a tear. And there are different kinds of tears. There are first degree stitching, second degree. Do you understand? Some women, like in my own case, mine was just to the side. Some women's own are like this. Some doctors will be the ones to tear you open, as in tear the vagina to the back to bring out the baby. Now, how do you want that woman to start having sex in 6 weeks? How is that possible when that place has not even healed?
Okay,
so
yeah. We've been really focusing on women who have a natural birth. We don't even have enough time. So we have 5 minutes. So let us see if we can even round up. We've talked extensively on women who have natural birth. What of women who go through the cesarean section?
Yes, cesarean operation. Yes, for women that experience CS and they have to give birth through operation and everything. First things first, once you're stitched, you can't do any form of exercise. In fact, you'll be told at the hospital, you have to take a lot of fluids because, and you can, in fact, and also like what I said, the meal plan will be very effective at this point because you know what and what to eat. And when you eat more proteinous foods, you have a higher recovery rate because protein helps to build tissues of the body, you know. And those kind of women now, they do not have issues with vaginal wanting. In fact, they're good to go. But it doesn't mean that they can start having sex, you know, right away. But they need to heal to feel comfortable.
Not just even heal, let the blood flow out now.
Let the blood flow. Thank you. Yes, basically. Yeah. There was a woman, a client of mine, she told me while she had her CS, you know, delivery and everything, she couldn't sit upright for a whole week. She could not sit because of the pain, you know, the pressure on the lower abdomen was something else. So she was always lying down for a week. And from there, she started, what helped her was pepper soup. She took a lot of pepper soup and she was taking vitamin E. Vitamin E also helps you in fast recovery of the skin tissues. So that is very good. You might want to incorporate that, yes. So you have to work with your body, work with your doctors, and most especially do not stress yourself. You know, like do any activity that will cause you to bend or, you know, twist to the side till you are properly healed. Yes, so basically that's...
All I've gotten from this is, wow, you need a strong support system. Like, yes. I don't know how certain, like, now I don't know, I'm just so empathetic towards women nowadays. Like when I read, like since I joined this group, you've been posting, it was because of you I joined that life group. And then I read stuff, I'm like, Jesus, a lot of us are living in a bubble. People are going through so much. And it is good to shed light on these issues. You know, people need to step up. Men need to step up, you know.
Yeah.
I was telling someone the other day, like, see, the truth of the matter is in a perfect world, which is not perfect, we are not in a perfect, but in a perfect world, I feel like a pregnant woman, from the first month she finds out that she's pregnant, she shouldn't be doing anything. For me, she should
She still needs to do something, you know why? Because physical exercises, like at least in the first, it depends on your kind of pregnancy though. Some women have really problematic pregnancies. Some women have it easy. Like in my early stages of pregnancy, I tried to do yoga and exercises. Nah, I realized I was always in serious pain. So I stopped it. I continued in my third trimester. In fact, I still went to take a client's massage while I was 8 months pregnant. That's how strong I was. I went all the way to Lekki from Agege to Lekki to go and take a client's, massage. And it was shocked, like, a woman, and you're pregnant? I said, yes. So you have to look at your body, know your body type. But one thing that helped me was that I love to walk. Please walk daily. You can't do any other thing.
Like it's so
walking.
Wonderful that a woman can, birth life. And I feel like women should get all that support. And that's why I'm even passionate about bringing light to these things. And a lot of women, they don't like to talk. They don't like to talk.
Because we feel like men would not understand. Like a lot of men think, are you the only one? My mother gave birth to 12 of us and she was still struck and going to the farm. They don't have an idea what it feels like.
The ignorance, coming out of them, and with the rate of men with mics now, they are doing podcasts and they are saying all sorts of things. Women are not special. If they are coming out with full force to say all these things, I feel women should come out with full force to also say their
to tell their side of their stories. Yes.
Exactly. And say why they feel men should step up. That is just it for me.
Yes. Yes.
I will
come
posting and let it ruffle feather. As long as I just want women, I am able to live that reality as well. Women, achieving their full potential, living up to their full potential and exploring all their potential, remembering that aside being a mother and a wife, you are also an individual.
Yes.
So let's down. Thank you so much for agreeing. Thank you for being my first guest.
Thank
you. On the video is on YouTube, I'll definitely let you know so you can also, because nobody joined, so that they can also catch it up, because a lot of people will be at work by this time. I'll try and edit it as soon as possible. Okay, thank you so much. And so thank you guys